Hey everybody, it's Grandpa K. You know, I always start 3D printing projects and I forget to include you all. So I've got this junky old TV in the garage. It just hangs there. And here's the remote. I put the remote on this little table and I lose it. Can't find it. I mean, I put it all over the garage. But I'm going to make a little holder, little bracket, a remote control holder for this guy. All right. So I don't even know how I'm going to start this. I kind of think I want the ends to be round. And it is really hot outside, so remember to drink water. Lots of water, especially if you're a puppy. See, I kind of drew this kind of round, just slip in there. I just got to get the dimensions right. But I think I'll build this kind of shape first, the whole general shape, and then we'll hollow it out. All right. These can actually be 22. Because that's the measurement I gave myself. Let's keep them, 22 squared, 22. We don't need anything fancy. Whoa. My mouse glitched out of the world there. What I gave myself for 87, I gave myself 85 for a height. So let's just do that. That's fine. Now hang on with me here. These are just the end pieces. Right, I'm just building a big general shape that we're going to hollow out. And this is Tinkercad. This is about all I can figure out to do. I don't know what to do. So the width of this, it's going to be 53. But I think this is already 53 apart. Let's just see what we get. 49.50. Yeah, so let's say the width of this whole thing's 53. You see what I'm doing here? I am really confusing you. I know I am. So I think my circles, I think my curved edges are 53 apart now. I'm going to group this to be centered. Whoosh. Now see how this is just a big block? I was kind of thinking it should be round. So let's get this in here. And if I knew what half of that circle was, I could have done that with real math and typed in the measurement. 30. We're going with it. So, see? Big space. I'm going to hollow that out. Maybe this will help. I'm going to hollow that out, and the remote's going to fit in there. And also I need some access to put some screws in there. This is going to be super, super simple. Lots of fun, okay, kids? Let's duplicate this whole thing. And let's make it a hole. And move it up a little bit so that it has a base. I'm going to shrink it a little bit. Hold down your Option Shift key and click and drag to shrink that hole a little bit. See, I want to make sure it comes out of there. Now look, I've got a very thin-walled case. Maybe a little too thin, but it is centered. Let's just group it, see what happens. Look at, yeah. Oh, we're liking that. Is that going to be a gap? I don't know. We're going to do this together. So now something fancy. So I can access these screws. Now I want to screw it to the wall. So just a nice relief, a cutout. I don't know. Maybe this kind of shape. Flip it over. Make it tall. Is that funny looking? Yeah, it's funny looking. But so am I. I don't know if I like that shape. And also, I don't know if it matters. Let's move it up a little bit. Honestly, we just need to be able to put a couple screws in there. And I think the mouse just went away. Okay. You see what I'm going for here? Just make this a negative shape. And that's going to cut out the front just so I can put some screw holes in there. And screw holes are easy. I'll show you how to do that. Let's do the screw holes first, and we'll try to imagine something nice for that shape. So on the back of it, we want some screw holes. I'm just going to put this guy right here. Yep, mouse is dead. So let's shrink this down pretty small. What's the size of a screw? I don't know, 4 millimeter, 6 millimeter? Let's go 5. I don't know what it is. But we want it to look nice, like a circle. We'll duplicate that down. I kind of want to make a recess. Like if I was using a wood screw or a drywall screw. Let's just do this first. I wonder if I can do it with the keys. Oh yeah, there. I just put a hole in there. And now if we duplicate that, I gotta zoom in. Duplicate. Drag this. Oh no, what'd I do? Z. Let's just use the arrow keys. Down. That's going out, not down. Well, I don't like any of that. Whoa. So I'm having a little trouble because the mouse is dead. Let's just delete that. We'll duplicate again. Home. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know how to use a mouse pad. I mean a finger pad, laptop pad. I don't know what this thing is. We're going to duplicate it again. We're going to zoom in a little bit. Command D. I say Apple D, but you kids hate that. We're going to grab this time. Click and drag. Hold the shift key. Look at that. And it's Tinkercad, so I'm just going to group as many times as I want. Groupy group, 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 group. Because I think that's what Tinkercad wants you to do. Oh, look at that. If you get in really close here, look how fudgy that's going to be. Do I care? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's do ungroup. Ungroup again. So I think this just has to come over a tick more. I'm going to deselect, select all, group all. Yeah, that may work. I don't know. Whoa. See what I'm looking at there? I don't know if it'll matter. I just don't know if I care. Oh, it's the circle. Okay, well, the outside looks fine. We're going to go with that. So now we got these two holes in the back, and I can't... Oh, look at, they're not centered. That's okay. Ungroup. Select that one and that one. And the green one. Oh, that was the circle. That's hollow. This is going to get tricky. Okay, I got the big green one. Select that one. Select that one. We're going to align. Now select the green one carefully and hit that. Boom. Those holes moved over and the green thing didn't move. You know what I'm talking about? I'd be a great teacher, wouldn't I? The green thing. You know, the doohickey. The dilly bob. All right, let's cut an opening in the front here. So that we can get to those screws. I think I was onto something with this shape, but didn't quite get it. So 9 by 20. You don't have to do this. You can just create crazy shapes. The height is 10. We're going to go up 10 if I can. I did. Let's select these and align them to boopy-dee-doo, doopy-doo like that. And group them. And bring them over here to the front. What did I learn? Did I learn my lesson about alignment? No. Shut up. I don't want this cutout to be touching the bottom. So now, look. How's that? Does that look like that? Well, we're going for it. We're going to print it, and I'll let you know how it goes. I love the way Tinkercad names their files. This is called Bodacious Habby. All right, we're going to export it and print it. Bye. Something went wrong when I sliced it. Look at that. So, I mean, it's no big deal. Problem solving is something we can do. Okay, it's what it looks like here. Looks like what we drew, right? But if I slice the plate, I'm losing something. And I don't trust that it's going to just do what it did over here. I'm going to trust that this thing is looking at this and that's all it sees. It's really no big deal. Let's go here and see what's going on. So the big block in the middle is just taking over everything. Can I just ungroup? I keep clicking off the art and then clicking back on to ungroup it. Oh yeah, we can just keep clicking ungroup. So this guy right in the middle, that one's just taking over everything. So let's see what we got here. 21.7. What's the width of these circles? 21.7, yeah. 21.17. Alrighty. So I'm going to do a weird thing. Let's make this and this a hole. Let's delete this guy. No, I want to cut it. That's what I love about Tinkercad. I aimed the mouse there and I got it. So let's do a cut. It's like a copy, but it disappeared. Patang, group it. Now we get this weird shape. Ah, that's crazy. You can't do that. Now let's paste this guy back in. I think it's on the ground, so I don't want it cutting a hole in the base. Yep, it was. let's just do an alignment. And you know, there's the holes. They're going to show up. Look at those little guys. They're going to show up if I leave this big square in there. Let's group this together again. I think we're in good shape. I'm just messing with the computer. I'm doing magic stuff, okay?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Whoa. Did you hear that? I renamed my Alexa computer. Let's rename it 1 so that it's a different file. Go back to here. I always put my stuff on the desktop. Look at it, looks good there, but it ain't having it. Slice. No magic. All right, it's too close. Let's do one more thing with that square that we copied. I'm going to delete this. Delete both of them. Okay, so now I should be able to go Z. So it thinks this is too big. It's just cutting it out. So let's make thickness. That's the width. So let's do thickness at 20. All right, that gave us some more walls. We're going to do an alignment. Group, cut it out. Oh, look at that. Create a little bump out, a little bump. Oh, those are matte. Those are actually really good idea. Those are holders to hold the remote in tightly. I meant to do that. We need thickness there. You know. All right, so let's try this one more time together. Nice and thick. Slice plate. Oh, I like that much better. 40 minutes. The cost is 30. I don't know what that means. I do see some air in there. See right there? But I don't know if I care if there's some air. We'll just print it together and see what we get. It's okay to do prototypes. Not every one of them comes out perfectly each time. Whoa. How? Okay. We'll get it going. If, when it gets up a few millimeters, let's say half an inch, and I don't like the gap that it's making, if that gap even shows up, then we'll stop it and we'll go back into Tinkercad and fix it. All right. See you in a bit. Looks like we got something. Yoink. I like it. Looks like we got something Let's see how it looks. Whoa, little tight. Little tight. So you see what I did there? The width of this thing, oh my gosh, I may not even fix it. It can just go in upside down. So when I measured this and this, and look, it does get thinner at the top. So like the thickest part here, let's say is 50. I made this 55. Well, it's only 50 right in the middle. Yeah, I'm off a little. Huh. I think I'm okay with this. We're just going to, I'm going to put it in the wall. I'm going to go like that. And there's a holder. It's a little tight. I may do it again at some point, but probably not. Yeah. You are not going to believe how I'm going to put this thing up there. Well, maybe you are going to believe it. No. I need that nail. Done. This is pretty hack-a-mole stuff. But I'm a hack-a-mole guy. No, there's not a 2x4 back there. No, it's not level. But it'll work. Yoink. Done. Awesome. Thanks for joining me.